What's up YouTube, Pilot83 here. I hope that everybody's having a great day flying, evening, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. Let's talk Concord again. I've talked about Concord quite a bit in some of my videos. And updates, well, we have another update as of yesterday at 7:07 p.m. on the Concord. Now I'd like to dedicate this video to my good buddy Neo Concord, who's a Concord fanatic. He has been with me on this page pretty much from the beginning. So buddy, this video is for you. He has shared some pictures with me and stuff of some Concord artifacts and things, and extremely knowledgeable about the Concord. He knows his stuff. Got the pleasure of getting to see one. So really cool stuff there. I wish I would have got the chance to see one flying, and in reality that would have been absolutely amazing. But let's get to the update. So it says, this week I've been working on Concord for majority of the time. The sheer volume of work required inside the flight deck to ensure that all features are present is quite intimidating. Really, given that I am building the whole thing on my own in terms of modeling, animation, and texture art. It was a major job in FSX and Prepar 3D or Prepared, depending on how you want to say it, guys. But in Microsoft Flight Simulator, where higher standards are both possible and expected, there's even more to do than before. Currently, I have finished animating and coding most of the switches on the flight deck for functionality in terms of being able to manipulate them, and have also completed most of the decal work. There are no text directs onto surfaces. All labels are high-resolution decals in Concord. That's awesome to hear. Texture work is ongoing, but the vast majority of the essential stuff is there and can now be refined and improved over the coming weeks. Rebuilding so much of the cockpit has refreshed my memory on much of what goes on aboard Concord. And with my coding skills having moved on from the original project 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure most functions will have a purpose even on the engineer's panel. The limiting factor here is not whether I can make it all work, but how much should I make truly functional given the target market. Even without absolute functionality, the Concord is going to be immensely complex compared to anything else I have built to date. As ever, I want to avoid true study level, but as I mentioned before, there's just no way this Concord will allow you to just blast off at Mach 2 at 50,000 feet. It's going to have to be flown the correct way. I have been fortunate to be assisted by both Asobo and Microsoft with some aspects of the flight model, along with Paul Frimston's and Codename Jack work to ensure that Concord, Delta Wing, and her operational flight envelope can be reproduced and sufficient accuracy. There has been much progress here, with Asobo's flight modeling team sending crucial information through the support of the project. The good news is that Concord does have the potential for a high degree of accuracy in all aspects of the flight envelope, but there will also have to be some creative thinking going on to make it all happen the way it should. So that is all really good stuff, guys. Really glad that he's getting some help directly from Asobo and Microsoft. So it's shown that Asobo and Microsoft are taking some initiative to try to get some planes over and help out. And I know there's a lot of discussion on if this plane is going to come to the marketplace first, or if it's going to come to different sort outlets on the internet first. But hearing this, it really makes me believe that it would come to marketplace first, since they're helping them so much. But the Concord is expected to release, guys, late February to early March for Xbox and PC. Hopefully we get it at the same time and not Xbox waiting months behind PC. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's a marketplace first release and not a sim market first release. But the plane is 90% done. So like he said, it's not going to be study level, but it is going to be high detail with most buttons highly modeled to high degree. They might not all work the way they're supposed to, but they will all have some functions added, which is really cool. Even the flight engineer station is going to be pretty much fully functional from what I can see. So the original Concord had a INS system, an inertial navigation system, which at the time was kind of like the FMS of the day, just much more complex. You had that and your flight engineer, which was pretty much all replaced by just your FMS. So to try to keep things a little more simplistic, and also if DC Designs was to use the system, it would take months and months longer for this plane to come out, because he would have to redesign this whole entire new system within the game or sim, within the parameters. So they're going with a Airbus FMC system, which will be familiar for those who are longtime simmers like me, and it'll fit right in from what I've seen in the pictures. It looks like if it was always there. It makes it look like a more present, updated Concord, and it'll supposedly somehow tie in some of those INS features with the gyroscopes and the sensors and all that stuff. So pretty neat stuff there that he's doing there. So that's cool, and I think that'll definitely make it much more learnable for a lot of new sim pilots who have never experienced the INS system. So, and people who watch my videos, who watch me do, these FMC videos from like the Airbus and the Boeing and stuff, you'll already have a good sense of knowledge of where to start. But the entire cockpit is going to be in PBR 4K texture. The whole plane itself is going to be 4K texture. It's going to have a realistic model. What is that, Mach 2? So I'm very curious to see how they put that in, because we only have, I think, a couple planes that achieve Mach 2 in the sim, and they don't seem to do too well. So very interested on how it's going to work. So also really cool, guys. So the plane, when it comes out, it's going to come with a manual on how to work the plane and tutorials, and it's also going to come with 2 manuals of how to get from London to Paris or London to New York, doing it the correct way, doing it within real flight regulations and flight procedures. So that is super neat that he's including that. So that just really shows that he really cares about his consumers. As of right now, guys, there's still no price yet on it, but I would guess around $50 US dollars. It's going to have a small collection of livery. It's going to have British Airways. It's going to have the one it had back in its prime time, and then the present day British Airways. It's going to have a Air France livery. There might be some more that he might throw in there custom. Hasn't really been shown yet. Still, waiting on more updates. Keep learning things. It's going to be shared cockpit ready, which is really cool. So when they finally release the shared cockpit option in multiplayer, where you and a buddy can fly the plane together, it's going to be already ready for that. So it won't have to be an update. So it'd be really awesome, especially a complex plane like this, to be able to jump in with when you're good buddies and fly, this freaking complex aircraft. So really cool. And I saw where he said that he's even trying to put in some more realism into the plane, as in, so in real life, in the Concord, when it was going at these speeds, it would get really hot. So the plane would start to get these gaps, a lot around the engineering station from heat. And that's something that would happen in real life. And there's YouTube videos where you can actually of this being recorded that you can watch from back in the day that people have uploaded of this actually happening. So as the plane, from its speed and its altitude and all that, these things would happen. And he's trying to mimic that. He's saying model that into the actual sim, so you get those effects. So that would be really cool to see that happen, guys. Very, very cool. She got her very pretty Rolls-Royce engines you see right here. But yeah, guys, I just want to give y'all an update on that. He's saying late February to early March. I'm hoping that's true. From the way it looks right now, I think maybe that's kind of pushing it, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, if you have a goal, you can do it. So, I mean, shoot, if that Joker came out late February on Xbox, oh, I don't think you'd hear much from Xbox simmers for a while about asking for certain planes. I think everybody would be hooked on that Concord. So, but anyway, guys, I just want to give y'all that update on the Concord. As always, happy flying. I'm Pilot 83. Happy flying out there. See you in the air. If you made it this far, thank you so much. If you like this video and you feel like I earned your subscription, please hit that subscribe button and that like button so you don't miss out. Until next time, guys, see you in the air.